friends, and welcome to the November 6th, 2022 edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You haven't heard.
Haven't heard what?
Our in-studio producer, he got a promotion.
Hey?
He's now considered the EP.
EP?
Yeah.
It stands for Executive Producer.
No, it stands for Enormous Penis. Let's get this show started the right way.
Right. We're also here with Big Bad Sean, our in-studio editor, and today's going to be a great episode.
It is. Okay.
This episode is brought to you by Matt Smith's Big White Dick.
Fuck Matt Smith.
I am not going to lie to y'all, I'm very high. I never ever get high, so let's go around.
Lower your chair.
You lower your face, pal. All right, we have a real show for you.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of catch-up to get to.
Yes, we do. So we've been off the last couple of weeks. Thank you guys for supporting all the theater and stuff that I was doing. Thank you for those of you that could come and see it. Really appreciate that.
We were there.
Yes, you were.
Well, here's the deal. Evil Dead, I had expectations on Rocky because I've seen Rocky.
Yeah.
I've seen you do it before. Maximus had not.
Right.
No.
Big Bad John had not. Yeah. Evil Dead, I went into kind of blind. I know the Evil Dead movies, I know all that, but I don't know the musical aspect. I don't know the songs. I don't sing along to lyrics. You know that stuff.
Right.
Like that. Fantastic job.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
You and the woman who was in the cellar.
That was Elise.
Nailed it. The Hulk Hogan line, the Hulk Hogan brother.
Yep, it's in the script.
Fantastic. So good. It was
That
really
makes
good.
Evil Dead wrestling show.
Rocky Horror was an experience. If you've never done it, I suggest that you do. It was fun. Music was great. Crowd was hyped.
Oh, yeah.
Really good show. The whole cast did a great job.
And
The women were
any
fantastic.
theatrical musical experience
Fantastic.
You can check out.
Yeah. We fucking burned it down here, Tom. All right, we got a wrestling show to talk about.
All right, let's do it.
Let's kick it off and cover Crown Jewel.
All right. Well, Crown Jewel was yesterday. We made a premature announcement.
We did. So there was something that was written that was going around on the internet that basically said the WWE had pulled out of going to Saudi Arabia due to the imminent terrorist threat they had from Iran. That was not true. We actually have to do a retraction on that because we haven't done it before.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, Maximus took care of that.
Well, they aired in. They did air from live from Saudi Arabia at the Palace. I think the total attendance, what they say last night was over 50, right?
Yeah, it's 53.
Yeah, something like that.
Ish.
So they had a huge show. It was a damn good show.
The show was fantastic.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
With the exception of a couple things.
We'll get into. I think that it really did live up to the hype.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll individually break stuff down and go through the matches and stuff.
Yeah.
But it really was solid. It was a solid show. It had a Mania feel. And that's important in this day and age. This was Triple H's first Crown Jewel in charge, this was his way of saying, don't worry, Your Highness.
Yeah.
I've got this under control. And he put on a better 3-hour show than Vince McMahon has put on in the entire run of the Crown Jewel shows.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think top to bottom it was booked the best. Had a lot of great matches. The Logan Paul Roman Reigns main event we're going to talk about for a while. So y'all strap in because that was that was a wild ride. But what do we want to start with? Let's do it, Max.
Well, let's throw the big dog out of the corner here, or the big elephant in the room that we don't talk about. No points changed hands.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
You want to get to that?
Yeah,
okay.
We'll do that at the end.
Max, give us one of the matches, not the main event, to start with here.
All right, well, let's just start at the top of the card. The Lashley and Lesnar.
Lashley and Lesnar was a hoss fight.
It was.
It wasn't long. It was maybe, I think, bell to bell, less than 11 minutes.
But everything they did up until the finish was perfect.
Love you. Welcome. Yeah.
Love you.
Absolutely.
Two guys with legitimate wrestling backgrounds, two guys with legitimate MMA backgrounds, two big badass motherfuckers going at it.
And here's the deal. Brock Lesnar gave more to Bobby Lashley than he's given anybody.
Yeah, especially since this last one. Sure.
Yeah.
Lashley,
other than Roman, of course.
Lashley looked like $1 million. They're obviously going to do a rematch because of the finish. But
the referee made a boo-boo on the pinfall.
Well, I think it was supposed to look that way. I think it was supposed to look more MMA-like with that hold.
I know, but just the standard presentation. The camera was in the wrong spot.
What's up, Duke? Welcome to the show, young man.
What's up, Duke? It's just one of those things that if the camera would have been in a different position,
it would have looked a lot better.
No one would have had a problem. I hate that for the referee because we all know referees are always scrutinized.
Yeah.
For very tiny little things.
Well,
the referee staff, especially the women's referee staff that was on hand in Saudi Arabia, won. How about that progress?
Yep.
Amazing thing to think that in 2019, before 2019, women weren't allowed.
Nope, there were no live female competitors of any, no female performers. Nothing.
And on the card at Crown Jewel, 3 different female referees.
And the first time a woman's ever done that in any situation was because of the WWE.
Yeah.
Changing the world, y'all. Changing minds all over the place.
And on that, we were all unanimous and all picked, went with Lesnar.
Yes.
Yeah, rightfully so.
I was wondering what they were going to do. The chokeout thing was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
I was wondering how they were going to be able to book it and continue to go.
Yeah, and now
because I knew that Lesnar had to win.
Right.
He had to win.
But you didn't want him to win clean, but also But someone of his like caliber, you don't necessarily want to have cheap either, because his whole MO is just being bigger and meaner.
I think now
you don't want him very flash.
Well, that's the other argument.
Well, here's what I was thinking last night. We were watching it. It was so well produced. The match was like I said, perfect till that last thing. That doesn't matter. What we got is now Bobby Lashley going on a heel run. So what does he do Monday night? He needs to come out. He needs to be like,
dump MVP.
Y'all, point out what we pointed out a couple weeks ago. He already dumped it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What we pointed out a couple weeks ago on the show was, where's I going with this? Oh, Lashley. What he needs to do is he needs to come out and he needs to be like that. I come out here, you people sing my praises, you do the fist pump thing with me, all of this, all that. And then 3 minutes later, Lesnar's beating me down in the ring, and y'all are cheering him to hit me with one more F5.
Yeah.
One more F5. You people don't respect me, blah, 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 blah. And now we have heel Lashley going in on a face Brock Lesnar, and it has WrestleMania written all over it.
Totally.
Sorry, that was a long way around.
No, that's great. That's great.
But that's what I was thinking when I was watching it last night.
Well, and it's nice, too, to, because Brock matches have to be so scientific and so systemic, the way he has them, it's nice to see him have a different style of match, period.
Yeah.
Because, he is versatile, but again, his entire personality, gimmick, and money is just him coming in and being an absolute animal. So, someone like Bobby Lashley, fight back, helps Lesnar look even better than he already does.
I'd also like to point out the fact with Brock Lesnar is that he looked to be.
I gotta get naked, ladies.
He looked to be in tip-top condition. He looked like he had trimmed up. Looked like he had lost a little bit of weight, put on a little bit more muscle.
Yeah.
He was looking good.
Yeah.
He really was. And here's the thing: I'm very excited. I was waiting for this, for us to get a real, not a Rumble last year, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar match. I want a real
one. And
we finally got one. And kudos. If I had to give it a rating out of 5 stars, what did I say last night?
Last night you said 2.
2. I'd give it a 2.
I'd give it a 3.
I am going to change my rating on the Drew. I am going to change my rating from the Drew Steel Cage
Hello,
match.
Caitlin. And friends, I presume that she's forcing to watch this on her television.
Hello. It's me
you're
and
all
this
lovely,
guy.
wonderful people. We love you very much.
Poke him in the nose.
How about one with a little less to talk about?
Okay.
Karrion Kross, Drew McIntyre, Steel Cage.
Okay. Before we get into this, I would like to point out that it was made aware to the public this morning that Drew McIntyre was wrestling last night sick, extremely sick.
Yeah.
So, what I had rated it, I'm going to give it a little bit more of a better rating due to the fact now I know why.
Right.
Is because the man was sick.
Yeah.
Inside the cage, and you can't just cancel a match like that.
No, you can't.
On the other hand of that, the cage match left me wanting more. I don't know if that's a thing for anybody else, but
welcome, Josh.
Welcome, Josh. It left me wanting more. I wanted more out of the story. I think it was the wrong way to go. I think Karrion Kross should have won.
Well, and that's the other thing, especially with Drew being sick. it would have been a lot more helpful to them if Karrion went over.
Also, the exit, the way they finished the match, while I was watching it, Tanya was sitting next to me, and I looked over at her and I go, watch. He's going to go out the door. He's going to climb over the side. It's going to be a race to the floor.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was. It seems like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Every time we go. Is there something wrong over there, gentlemen? You have something
seems to be... Seems like I've lost my stream.
I've still got mine. I've still got mine.
Mine's still going, yeah.
Still
You might be on the preview screen and not the actual video screen.
Or you might just have shitty internet. Sorry.
But no, Drew McIntyre has a wrong call. Out of 5 stars. What did I give it last night, Max?
It's a 2-star for sure.
Oh, no. I think I even went less. There you go, Max. You're back in. What is the...
What's Luke's rating?
What was my rating for last night? On Drew and on Karrion Kross. It was a cage match. It was a regular thing that, we would have seen on a Friday night.
Yeah.
I know I rated it, I think, a 1.5 last night. Did I put it down on there?
I didn't.
No, okay. I gave it a 1.5 last night.
You gonna bump up to 2 because he was sick?
Yeah, I'm gonna bump it up to
That's
2.
fair.
I'm gonna give it a 2. Wasn't exactly great storytelling.
But now that we know that he was unhealthy, he went in there and worked his ass off.
You went in there and you did the bare minimum of what you had to do. So I mean, it was what it was, but it wasn't all that.
It is what it is. It is what's gonna be.
Max, who we got?
Play us.
Or who we all went? Who went there? Who was the points?
Oh, who went there? Who won there?
Yeah.
That was actually Johnny stood alone on that one.
You got the fucking point for it.
Johnny got the points
Son of a
for
bitch.
it.
Been a while. We've never had this happen.
Been dethroned.
Good job, Johnny. On that one.
I know.
Yeah, there's probably going to be many more of those before we get to WrestleMania. There's going to all of us will be tied. Johnny's going to end up winning fucking Mania, and ain't nobody going to win. What do we have next, Max?
How about a fairly well done match? Judgment Day versus the OC.
I loved it.
Take this one, my man.
Well, for number one, Carl. I don't know how much they're paying Carl Anderson, but it's not really fucking enough because he is a bumping, feeding motherfucker.
Yeah.
Damian Priest looked like $1 million. He always does. I'm getting a little sold out on like Finn Balor. He's not as exciting right now in this role, but the fucking match was great.
I love the nod from WWE on the microphone headset saying that he was the Never Wait
current rating.
They mentioned it on the show last night,
which
is a Triple H thing.
WWE working hand in hand with Japanese promotions these days.
Need to.
Water's getting hot, kids. Did we predict this, like, I don't know, 3 fucking years ago?
When the first talk of the Forbidden Door started taking place. We actually, if you go back into the videos and you watch some of them, you're sure to like them. But we have actually a Forbidden Door video we did where we booked our own situation and what it would be like if they started working with each other. Go back into the catalog and do that. Where can you find that list, Caleb?
You can find that list over at youtube.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can also follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTV. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can find us at Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can also follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. And you can check out Streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown where you can access our
merch store.
And guess what? Over in the
merch store,
we got stuff. We got koozies, we got hats, we got shirts, we got things, we got notebooks. Hi Chelsea, thanks for stopping in.
Hi darling.
We have the limited edition notebook that we were done selling that, right?
No, notebook's off.
Yeah.
Do we have rolling papers yet?
No,
not yet, but that's something that we need to look into.
So we've discontinued the limited edition notebook.
The bikini is still on sale.
We're still selling the bikini. So check us out, streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. For every dollar you spend this month, you get entered into the drawing at the end of the month for a free item of merch. We have 3 drawings still yet to do, which now that we're back full time, we're going to be able to knock out.
Merchandise is on the way, though.
Yeah, merch is ordered. So you'll get entered into that for every single dollar you spend and every single dollar you donate. So check us out if you want to get free merch. That's the way to do it.
The next merch is going to be a trucker hat.
Trucker hat. That's right. So now you know. Get yourself ready for that there trucker hat season.
That's right. Keep your head warm while you still let it breathe.
That's right.
Like that.
Check it out.
with his cop mustache.
Well, fuck you.
Look
Fuck
at
you.
John
Fuck,
Fargo
fuck-
from The Replacement.
fuck you and fuck David Tennant. All right, pal? That's what I got
I'm
to
not
say.
even going to talk to you. He's the doctor. So suck it. You know what?
Dr.
I hope you have to see a doctor when you go to that doctor. It's David Tennant. He's like, oh, I watched the show.
I'll punch
Hold
David
on.
Tennant square in
Hold
the
on. Oh, I watched that show that you guys do. And he's gonna be like, really? Saved my life. And David Tennant's going to be like, call me your daddy.
I mean, in fairness, if he goes through all that effort over a YouTube show, then we're doing our job right. Also,
Hey,
fuck
hey,
you,
hey.
David
As
Tennant.
long as he's walking.
That's right.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Well, walking is
We're walking too.
whatever. We want you to be healthy about it.
Anyways,
Anyway,
join us
yes.
over on the store thing.
Yes, please.
Do
and
that, please.
check out blah, blah, blah. What were we talking about? We talked about Judgment Day in the OC.
Yes.
All in all, I gave it a 3.5.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah?
I'm going to give it a 3. I went back. I watched it again. Everything was smooth. Do something with Dominic Guerrero.
Yes.
Do the Guerrero
And
last name. Please
We
do
need
the
to
Guerrero
do something definitive with Rhea Ripley. She can't just be the extension.
Well, the problem last night is that she couldn't really get in anything
and
because
that's the point. Well, yeah, I guess that's an exception.
yeah.
Well, did you notice what she did with her hair last night?
Oh, that's right. Max was telling me about this. I didn't even notice it. But Max, she had her hair colored and done the way it was when Beth Phoenix got the concerto from.
Yes.
Judgment.
And explain to Michael Cole.
Oh, Michael Cole. She told Michael Cole, "What do you think about that?" I did this in honor of the late Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
To which
It's gonna have
Michael
money
Cole,
written all over it.
to which Michael Cole said, "Great, get the fuck out of my way."
You know what? I bet that's war games. I bet it's Judgment Day versus the OC with Edge and beat Beth Phoenix against all the members of Judgment Day.
That works for me.
Think about what Finn Balor could do in that cage. Think about what all those people are doing.
AJ, Gallows.
Think what you could do for Dominic Guerrero inside War Games.
War Games.
But no, I give it a 3. It was great.
Blood and guts.
It's entertaining. Don't drink, don't smoke. It's entertaining. What do we have next?
And by the way, that was also unanimous.
And we all got it right.
No, Johnny went Judgment Day.
No. That was Johnny stood alone again.
You got that last one.
Yes. Which did what, Caleb?
And,
Johnny managed to beat the three of us in the points run, so that means that 0 points are being distributed. Our points are going to stay the same because
First time ever
it's happened.
On what a card. If there was anyone Johnny really needed to take from us, or that one of us needed to definitively win, it was this one. Kudos to Johnny.
Yeah.
Moving on, though, let's go to our first championship match of the night. Was Bayley's Kids versus Alexa Bliss and Asuka.
I wanted to like it. I did not like it.
I wasn't a big.
I really wanted to like it.
Here's the deal, guys.
It was good, but it wasn't.
It looked very robotic. I could hear
As
Alexa
the
Bliss.
Matches have.
I could hear Alexa Bliss
Robotic
call.
and or sloppy.
I could hear Alexa Bliss have to scream 3 or 4 different spots to Io Sky.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a language gap there, that something went wrong and she just didn't understand what she was saying.
And then what the hell? One of them did that weird bump lap and ended up sandbagging on their ass or something. I remember watching
the one off the ropes. Yeah.
Just did not look.
Here's the deal. I called it. I said in the beginning, when I saw them win the tag titles on Raw, I knew that they were just going to drop them back.
Yeah.
But here's the most interesting thing. Before that match, the pre-show interview, Alexa Bliss is cutting a promo backstage, and all of a sudden the screen behind her flashes and shows the Bray Wyatt symbol, and she stutters, staring at it, does one of these numbers, it's gone, looks back, and continues saying what she's saying.
Yeah.
They're bringing Alexa back in the fold as no doubt.
What's her name?
Yep. Abigail.
Yes, Sister Abigail.
It's going to be great because here's the deal. Now Bray will be able to do with what he wanted to do with it in the beginning.
And
that Vince wouldn't sign off on. He said that Alexa Bliss, honestly, was the reason he did so well towards the end of it, because he was running out of things, because Vince McMahon would continue to tell Bray Wyatt no.
Yeah.
Triple H ain't that guy.
No, he's going to get Bray
Triple
Wyatt
H is the guy, tell me what you want to do, and we'll get there.
My only issue is that, okay, done the same type of promo all 3 times that she's been out in the ring since she came back. And so now it's like we have to get a move on, and even if he has like a match that gets interrupted by the Uncle Howdy, it's fine. But he hasn't wrestled one match since he's come back. So it's time to put him in the fucking ring and let us remember what the fuck he's doing.
Well, we also don't know if maybe he was brought back early for radio.
Yeah, that's true. He also could.
I mean, we don't know what shape he's in. I mean, we know he's been working out and getting ready, but we don't know what the main characters. And he told interviews, Triple H, that Bray Wyatt's story for the next 6 months is already scheduled.
Yeah.
But they have to build.
Yeah.
And if he's going to build a group, he's going to do it the psychological way where it all makes sense. And that's where Triple H shines, is in the long run.
Yeah.
DX in the short run was funny, it was hip, it was new. But it was Triple H's mind that kept DX going after Michaels left, after Rude left, bringing China into the fold, bringing the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac into the fold. That's what Triple H does, that long-term storytelling. I think we're going to get something great out of Bray Wyatt before it's over. If Alexa Bliss is on board, I'm cool with it. As far as the tag match itself, that I give it a rating.
I started to say we brought up the tag match and ended up only talking about Bray Wyatt.
No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I gave it a 1.5.
It was a 1. It was.
I gave it the 0.5 because I enjoyed Nikki Cross's interference.
There's an irony to that because Asuka's normally so polished and so precise. She was the sloppiest one in the ring.
Yeah, it was terrible. Well, here's the deal, though. They're embodied. I said dildo, not dildo, for anyone who's going to comment in the comments.
I'll put my face on one too.
But here's the deal, though. Most of those women aren't used to wrestling head to toe in clothes.
Yeah, no. That's a good point, too.
Asuka, Bliss, all of them are used to being in shorts and kick pads. Mm-hmm. But they weren't. They were dressed from neck down in bodysuits. That's got to, for you especially, you're a kicker. Yeah. You're a striker when you wrestle.
Your constriction will change every single thing you do.
Well, if Asuka's been wrestling in those shorts for the 15 years she's been wrestling and never wrestled in something like that, that's like putting Snuka in boots. Yeah. When they tried to put Jimmy Snuka in boots and he couldn't wrestle him. He's like, it doesn't feel right. I can't climb the ropes. I can't do this. I can't do that. And they took the boots off of him. But for a while there, they were making him wear boots because they were afraid he was going to hurt his feet. Yeah. And that's not how they Riddle as well. Well, they're not going to tell Riddle what to do. Riddle just kick him with a sweaty foot. Which, by the way, that should be his finish. It should be a big kick to the face.
I agree.
Sweaty kick to the face.
I don't say it.
Anyway, our picks on that were unanimous. Not that it matters.
Yes, we all knew champs would be crowned.
Yeah.
How about Braun Strowman versus Omos?
Pass.
Hulk Hogan versus Andre Light.
4.5 minutes of nothing, followed by a big
The coolest thing in the whole match.
Oh, you're actually going to address something about it?
Yeah. Was the only cool, redeemable spot in the entire 5 minutes of my life I would like back was when almost ragdolled Braun Strowman across the ring just to prove he could do it.
Just to show him up.
Just to prove he could do it.
I like that.
We all went unanimous on that too, didn't we?
The monster among men. Braun Strowman.
Yeah, we all went Braun because we're not.
Not that it matters.
Not that it matters.
None of these points matter. It's all made up.
It's all made up. Points don't matter.
Except for Johnny's.
How about...
you realize when he starts a point race with us next year, he's going to just demolish us.
Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
How about one of my favorites of the night, the Usos versus the Brutes?
It was very good.
It was one of
my favorite
matches.
match was probably the best match of the night. With the exception of Logan.
Yeah.
If Logan and Roman's number 1, that's 2. And it's not a far.
No.
Yeah, it was damn good.
Here's the deal. Jay actually did come down with an injury. That is legit. Yeah. I think maybe he's broken his hand. And for a man who has broke his hand,
and still finished the
match.
Well, and here's the deal. At the end of the show, at the end of the match, shirt gets ripped off. Yeah. He goes to fucking throw a super kick at Pete Dunne coming off the top rope. His shirt is wrapped around his boots. Yeah. So when he jumped up to throw the super kick, he had the last minute throw that other foot up. Caught the dude with a perfect drop kick. But here's the deal. How about the 3D from the second row?
Yeah, buddy, the 1D they call it.
The one and done.
The one and done.
Here's the deal. One and done. Yeah. You know what I was trying to do, goddammit. Anyway,
yes.
Match was great. Yeah. Tag match was great.
I give it a 4.
I give it a 4 as well. Here's the deal.
Stop right
News.
with it.
Oh, also, I'd like to point out, how about Sami Zayn?
How about Sami
A
Zayn?
crowd of
How about
people
Sami Zayn?
who have a problem with another group of people that happen to be Sammy's bloodline, literal bloodline.
Yeah.
And everyone in Saudi Arabia was chanting, "We want Sammy."
Yeah.
You know that has to feel good.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I also like Roman's retaliation.
You don't deserve Sami.
You don't deserve Sami
Yeah.
Zayn.
It was really good.
So good. So
Sami Zayn, hardest working man in fucking
he
wrestling.
really is.
That goddamn segment with the Usos.
I hear that there's plans for Kevin Owens. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, I imagine.
What do we got next, Maximus?
All right. Bayley versus Bianca Belair. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
All right, here's the deal. If Roman and Logan are here,
Yeah.
and the Usos are here,
And that is right.
that match is right there.
That was so good.
Bayley and them did everything they needed to do. We had weapons, we had intrigue.
Yeah.
The coolest thing was the finish.
Yeah.
Putting her inside the ladder and then jamming the ladder into the bottom rope so she couldn't get to her feet.
Yeah.
And the image of Bianca Belair with that open chair in her hand, swinging it around like this while she was waiting to see if Bayley was going to get up again. And when she did, she chucked that damn chair into the ground. It was fantastic. Four.
Yeah,
Four.
Four all the way
All
around.
day four.
Bianca Belair, man. Remember, we all had doubts last year. And boy, she is proven us wrong again and again and again. She is. It's crazy to think that she started out as just a part of Private Party.
Yeah. Well,
For the Street Profits.
Street Profits.
God damn it, did I do it
Yeah,
again?
you did.
I haven't done that in a long
Not
time.
in a long well, we ain't talked about
Well,
it.
anyway, it's crazy to think that she started out with the Nation of Domination.
Four Horsemen Life.
Anyway,
Four
Usos,
Horsemen Dark.
by the way, was unanimous. Not that it matters. Bayley and Bianca Belair, we were not unanimous. Caleb picked Bianca Belair.
Not that it matters.
matters.
Not that it matters.
Not that it matters.
This whole segment doesn't matter.
Damn.
Johnny's sitting over there smiling. Like,
All right, well, do we want to talk about the
like,
main event?
like a pig in that good stuff.
So,
The main event
Uh-huh.
of the night. The crown jewel, if you will.
I hate you.
Roman Reigns versus
Acknowledge
Logan
him.
Paul. Acknowledge your tribal chief and head of the table, Roman Reigns.
If anybody had any doubts about how fucking good Logan Paul is,
They're done
they
now.
need to go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all I've seen all weekend long is all over Twitter, these fucking idiots. So Logan Paul's not a good wrestler. He's an asshole. I don't give a shit.
I still don't.
I
like
don't
him, but
care
I'll
that he's a dickhead in real. I'm glad he's a dickhead in real life.
It's called,
I'm fucking happy
it's
about
called the wrestling business,
it. Not the wrestling friend.
Here's the deal. Logan Paul was impressive as shit. The thing I got tired of was all the mentioning of one lucky punch, one lucky punch, one
Which
lucky
was
punch.
all building up to him.
The best
getting
thing is that Roman was the one that used the lucky punch to win.
Yep.
It was all about one lucky punch, and Roman hit him with the Superman punch and
yeah,
immediately speared his ass.
That fucking buckshot lariat, though.
Dude, Hangman Page needs to be crying in a
How
pint beer.
fucking? I didn't. That's one thing.
You know what's better than that? Did you see what he did after that?
What was the?
He did the CM Punk top rope springboard
Oh.
clothesline too.
That one.
He did both the AEW's moves that they couldn't get right on that pay-per-view and did them both right. Think about that. That was that had to be a personal shot.
Yeah, buddy. Yes.
He did both of the moves that their top guys couldn't pull off.
Logan Paul, #1 wrestler in the world,
I think that was Michael's call.
and they should have.
You know
Well,
it was
know
Michael's
Shawn
fault.
Michaels.
You know it.
Actually,
Actually, it was Road Dogg's call just to fuck Billy Gunn.
Yeah, that's really what it was. I just wish, I'm telling you right now, they should have pulled the trigger on Logan Paul.
Don't think that this is over.
I
don't think this is over.
What a perfect media storm it would have caused. And last night was the golden opportunity to really, really do something sensational. They didn't. And I can understand why. They got to protect Roman. And I'm sure
Right.
part of his contract and blah, blah, blah.
Don't drink, don't smoke.
But
No, here's why it's not a good thing. Because a lot of people are getting tired of celebrity type people being brought in.
And
Good wrestler
Yeah.
or not.
And
Taking
having to
away
take
from
time away
taking
from
away
the
all the dues that all these other guys have paid that deserve it.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with that. However, there is something to be said about revenue.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Yes,
the money's
you're
You know
right.
what I mean? Like,
You're right.
And WWE was just cost $19.5 million because of Vince McMahon. They need the money.
Vince McMahon and his impeccable PP. No, they've got a $500 million cash backlog, $6 million.
You know what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
It's not. It's for Triple H, and this being his first major not interpromotional. Help me.
International.
International. Thank you. Pay-per-view to go off like it did. Logan Paul right there had eyes on the product.
Yeah.
Regardless, there was eyes on the product. The match was good. Here it begs to be talked about that Logan Paul did tear up his knees quite bad throughout the middle of the match.
Yeah, he's got a torn MCL and a torn meniscus, and I believe that they did
ACL as well.
So,
but here's the deal. He did all of that stuff supposedly before he took the leap from the top rope to the outside.
Yeah.
Before he leaped on the Usos from the outside. Jake Paul? Fuck Jake Paul.
That's double tough, man. You don't get tougher. And honestly, you don't learn timing certainly overnight.
No.
It takes some guys 20 years to be half as good as that. And that's that motherfucker's third match. Now, yes, he's not rigorously tearing his body apart, trying to do it on the road.
Right.
All the excuses that can be made. But even for a one night, you got guys who have been doing this forever and can't have a match.
Also,
half that
here's
good.
the deal. Y'all can say what you want on the internet, but Roman gave Roman Paul very little.
Oh, yeah.
Roman was the guy on top that whole match.
I'm going to take Caleb's word for it because he knows a lot about one-night stands.
He is somewhat of an expert on the subject.
Yeah, it's the goatee.
That's what it is.
It's the evil goatee.
It's the evil. Robert Downey Jr.
Or
as I like to call it, Richard.
It's the greasy mustache.
We all went Roman Reigns because we're not
obviously.
stupid.
Yeah. Not that it matters.
Not that it mattered.
Not that it
The
matters.
only ones that mattered were Johnny's. He won.
Yep. So no points were given. By the way, 5 out of 5. Roman alone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back here. God damn it!
What'd you do?
Trying to find. Here we go. So as of now, this is where our points currently still stand.
All right.
I'm the lead at 53.
Okay.
Luke, you're at number 2 with 50. And Max, you're at 49.
4-point game.
Big Bad John took away all of our points for this run, so now we have to wait until Survivor Series or no Revolution.
Full Gear.
Full Gear.
Oh. Yeah. Full Gear. Survivor Series is the end of this month, 29th.
Yeah.
And it will be
Full Gear's in 2 weeks.
Huge. Before we get back into the news portion of the show, I would like to state that it has been announced that the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view will be the last Elimination pay-per-view going forward.
Yeah, so they can start.
Hell in the Cell will not take place again as well. These matches will start to be attraction matches.
And Money in the Bank is discontinued. It's going back to WrestleMania.
Also, Triple H has been talking about 40 men and 40 women for this year's Rumble. Which me and Max were breaking down the other night. If you take 10 Raw Superstars, 10 SmackDown Superstars,
10 NXT Superstars,
and then 10 entrants for surprise entrants.
Yeah, 5 legends and 5 just holy shit, what's that?
5 legends, 5 call-ups.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's
returns. Smart. You know how many people we have that are going to return in January? You've got Orton, Big E. You've got
possibly Cody.
There's,
could make for an interesting
landscape. Royal Rumble's going to look good. And here's the deal. It's under Triple H again, and the Royal Rumble back in the Attitude Era was the most hard to predict.
And Shawn Michaels is
wrestling match. Dude, sickening.
It's going to be good.
Sickening how good it's going to be. And we talked about this months ago, that this was what was going to happen. Because let me tell you, folks, me calling as many as I have correct since the Vince McMahon dropout, it's getting harder and harder.
Yep.
It really is. Yep. The storylines are going in
unpredictable
weird ways.
Which is nice.
It is nice. It's refreshing. Yeah. We were excited. Yeah, we didn't get to watch it when it went live yesterday.
Yeah, neither did I.
So we had to stay off our phones.
Yep, all day.
All day. And we were so pumped for that pay-per-view. It was great. It fantastic. I'm glad that it went over well. No one got hurt. No stupid stuff took place over there. And the show was able to go on. Great. It was a Mania caliber thing. Roman Reigns and Logan Paul, by the way, got 4.5 stars for me. 4.5.
I give it 5.
I'm not gonna give it a 5 because I think that There was a little more they could have done that they didn't.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
But 4.5 is good for me, and that's hard to get from me.
Yeah.
But the whole pay-per-view and a whole, I'm going to give it
4.
I'm going to give it 4.
4 overall.
Yep.
Or a big 3.5.
So we all called some right. We all called some wrong. But overall, it doesn't matter.
You know what
It
you don't
doesn't
call me?
matter.
Late for dinner.
Or Sue.
Yeah, don't call me Sue.
Surely.
Well, yeah, I'm serious. Don't call me Shirley. All right. I guess that's going to close up all of our talk about Crown Jewel.
Yep. So,
Unless we wanted to talk about, like, the fact that they, did the event anyway during the Iran terrorist.
Right.
But if you remember, didn't the last Crown Jewel they got warned by the government not to go?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. They went. Everything went fine. Everybody's
But
home.
could you imagine? And I know it's not a fun game to play, but imagine if something had happened while they were open. What that would have done to the business? Like, that's a big risk you're taking with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good on. Hey, you know what though? Went off without a hitch and they had a damn good show. So
Fantastic.
they clearly know more than I do.
All right. What's next in the news, Kim?
All right, we've got a whole bunch of shit we still got to talk about, and we're only 40 minutes in, so strap in. All right, so that is Satsuyuri Shibata.
Okay.
Katsuyuri Shibata. He, in 2018, received a traumatic brain injury that ended, effectively, his professional wrestling career. At the time, he was on track to be NJPW's #1 superstar. That was even tandem to Okada.
Uh-huh.
Well, somehow he got medically cleared by his doctors right before the pandemic hit. And he was going to make his return then, but then the pandemic hit, so he had to wait off. But he's officially fully returned, not only in Japan, but in AEW as well.
Is that the one that's the guy
That's
that
the one that
wrestled
wrestled Orange Cassidy for the Ultimate American Championship. And when I tell you that he was on track to be the biggest Japanese wrestling star ever, I'm talking to the point where AJPW and NJPW almost worked out a tandem deal so they could both use it. And that hasn't happened since the Four Pillars in the 90s.
Wow.
So
That's insane.
Yeah. It's really cool to see him back. He's another name for the international mix. Guys like him, guys like Kenta, guys like Shinsuke, who we'll talk about here in a couple of minutes. But it's really cool to see him back. And it's really nice to hear that he isn't going to fucking die.
Right.
His story is the one that Meltzer, remember, had basically said that they had to remove his brain and put it back.
Yeah.
And Meltzer got a ton of flack for it because it's the stupidest fucking statement you could possibly make as a person. That's the one of the same wrestler.
Well, good. It's I'm always happy to see people come back when they're at their lowest. They can make a return to what they do and what they do well.
Well, and he's not exactly a young guy either. He's 42 now, but he went out when he was 36 and on his way to being the #1 guy.
So about the same time frame as like Edge.
Yeah, so we all know that that 34 to 45 age range is just where you want to be.
Yeah.
And goddamn, he put on a damn good match against Orange Cassidy. I wish it wasn't against Orange Cassidy, but what can you do?
Right.
And he's back in the game. It's really cool.
That's good, man.
There you go. Some international education, kids. Tune in every Sunday at 7:15 here on YouTube.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown for more. You can also find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Did I say Facebook? Okay. You can find us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1, and you can check out StreamLabs.com/Pro-Wrestling-Throwdown to access our
merch
store,
where you can buy our swag. There's a bikini with my face on it, and his face on it, and my face on it again.
There's new mugs that have our faces on the back of them.
You can get drinking mugs with our mugs. Who didn't want their morning coffee? Take a look at this guy.
And just in case you're wondering that the facial hair won't get in your cup, I'm towards the bottom.
So am I usually.
We're going to work on getting my face on a coffee mug so that you can get the maximum taste out of it.
But you're only going to see him from this way up.
He's going to look like the neighbor from Home Improvement. So yeah, check out the merch store. We have discontinued the special edition limited run notebooks, but all the other fun stuff.
There are still notebooks on there, though. They're just not spiral.
So check us out. Every dollar you spend buying and every dollar you choose to donate get you entered into our free merch giveaway at the end of the month. This month is a trucker hat. We've got to do 3 giveaways now that we're all back. Finally get those done and out of the way.
Those items are in the mail on their way to us
so
right now.
Drawings probably next week.
Yes.
And get that knocked out. So thank you so much for your support. We love you all very much. You're wonderful people. And back to the show. Now here's something you'll really enjoy.
Stop it.
So, we have the discourse between AEW and CM Punk with the Elite.
Yes.
This week, the Elite were featured back on TV.
Yep.
And as a special treat, Colt Cabana, who is Phil Brooks' real life worst fucking enemy on the planet. Mutually, both of them showed up. Josh, we will custom make you one, so you can wear it, big dog.
They actually do make them in his size.
Yes. But Colt Cabana was featured in a match against Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World title.
Yes.
Which, I mean, it wasn't a great match. Jericho was missing some steps, and Colt Cabana's Colt Cabana. But it was okay. And Colt Cabana, the interesting part to that is now that we've seen the Elite back, we've got Colt on TV again, which is one of the reasons the fight started.
Right.
We have to assume that either they're still delayed in working things out with Punk, or they've already worked it out.
The rumor is that they're buying out his contract.
Yeah. Well, they've been saying that for, I think, 2 months now.
Yeah,
so
well, there's going to be a lot that they're going to have to go through.
Yeah, there's a ton of legal
to do that.
mumbo
But
jumbo.
I believe that's what all's being said.
Yeah. So. All right, we move on to my favorite part of this fucking show to talk about. Excuse me. Damn it. Go ahead. Double cough.
I noticed. You don't hear that, right?
How's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, Great Muta, Japanese legend, promoter, wrestler, has been in the game literally since the fucking 70s. Thanks, sir. Is on his retirement tour.
Yes.
And he's ending some of those dates with not only Pro Wrestling Noah, but a few other stops. Like he's going to do it's going to be a very interpromotional.
He's going to get a piece of Sting.
Yeah. Anyway, the WWE, for the first time ever, in another major national broadcasting situation, has allowed Pro Wrestling Noah, who's hosting this match, to book Shinsuke Nakamura, who was one of Muta's students at his training academy, worked for Muta forever when he was still the booker for NJPW. So he now gets to return to Japan to wrestle a Japanese legend under WWE contract. Now this has, the WWE specifically has allowed their in-ring competitors to get booked out, but it's typically guys who aren't heavily featured on TV, and Shinsuke Nakamura is a heavily featured persona, so that's why it's huge. Not to mention it's international and it's Muta's retirement. It's a classy move.
And it's the return of Nakamura in Japan.
Yeah, it's a classy move on the WWE for long to happen, and if you're not excited about that, you should be, and you should also spank yourself.
You should also go on our website, buy some merch.
Yeah, buy our merch and then spank yourself with it. Send us a video of it. Anyway.
We'll post it on the show.
Well, we won't, but I'll post it on my show. Anyway. But no, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Muta.
It's a really strong cough drop.
It's going to be really, really cool, and I'm very excited about it.
It is cool. Pretty fucking nice. What's next?
Next, Bully Ray returned. We haven't talked about Impact in a long time.
Who was the old man in the ring with Josh Alexander?
That is Bully Ray, one half of Team 3D.
Looks like one half of Bully Ray.
Damn.
It really does.
Anyway, he returned to Impact 2 weeks ago to challenge Josh Alexander for the Impact World title.
I'm down.
And the moment I captured here specifically that I wanted to talk about it is because I got to see the promo that they did.
How was that?
Bully Ray didn't have a microphone. He just got in close to Josh Alexander and talked a bunch of mad shit while the boom mics picked it up. And I loved that because it looked like no one was getting involved. It wasn't a wrestling thing. It was like a legitimate, they were in each other's face. They were fucking talking shit. And the fact that they didn't have mics in their hand, just something about it made it look like
it made it seem like no one was supposed to.
Right, a real fight feel to it. It was very cool. And also, I'm a big Bully Ray mark anyway.
That's a Bully Ray style thing. That's an ECW brand kind of thing to do. It really is.
And I'm a big Bully Ray mark anyway, so I'm very excited to have him wrestling Josh Alexander.
I give a lot of shit, but I mean, let's
Bully
be
Ray's
real
a bad
here.
motherfucker.
One of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Yeah, and genuinely on his own right. One bad motherfucker.
Well, he single-handedly carried the torch to TNA before.
Yeah.
Can he do it again?
We're going to find out in his latent age. Well, that's the cool thing. You get his, like...
We're such wrestling commentators.
We really are.
Really
we have, what was I saying?
Bully Ray on his own.
Yeah, I had something prepared, and now my brain...
Ring of Honor. He did Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He has Busted Open Radio. You know, you hear from him every week. It's not like he's not.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Bully works a very hard, like smash mouth style. He's a big brawler. He's a power guy.
Right.
Josh Alexander has a much more grounded technical style, so it's going to feel like a really good fight. The styles make fights, and it's going to be a damn.
It's not going to look like a wrestling match.
Yeah,
look like
and it's been a hot minute since I was excited about the Impact World Title situation, because when Omega, to be fair, when Omega was Impact Champion, cool shit happened over there.
People took notice.
People were watching. So, but I've been a huge fan of Josh Alexander
for years.
I mean, his feud with Eric Young earlier this year was fucking great.
His shit in Canada before the neck surgery was fantastic. When him and Ethan Page,
the North,
were just doing the beginning of the North, though they were both heavy.
Yeah.
They were both, both had hair, both, you know what I mean. And then when he got hurt, they all started getting into that fitness stuff and become one of the most put together teams.
Yeah.
If we don't get FTR in the North,
I don't want to talk.
I'm going to be disgusted with myself.
I have pled. I have cried. I want FTR in the North, and I want it now. I'm not asking too much. 877 cash now.
Not a sponsor.
But yeah, so that was a really cool thing that we saw on TV that I wanted to talk about.
It was. Like you said, it's not the same cookie cutter stuff we see every week.
Yeah, no, it was different. And sometimes because Impact's dialed down, when they do something different, it looks better.
Well, that was the intriguing part of EC3 when he was in TNA the last time with the Control Your Narrative. He told a different story.
Yeah.
It was different. It felt new.
When they
now all of his members of that are wrestling with women.
I know they get it wrong a lot, but when they get it right, it's pretty fucking good.
As long as it's not a ghost in the hallway.
As long as it's not a goddamn ghost in a fucking hallway jumping another Japanese person.
Yeah.
So stupid. Anyway.
They're racist?
And racist. Terrible.
And they shot him in the chest on national television. And the guy got to walk because he beat him in a wrestling match.
That's right.
So right.
That's right. They shot Johnny Bravo, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I watched an interview with Johnny Swinger.
Oh, I was just about to say Johnny Swinger signed a new deal.
Yeah, I hate Johnny Swinger, but goddamn is he entertaining. I know you do. All right, what do we got next?
Blood drinking time, Daddy.
Did good at the tables, boys. So Sasha Banks,
Did you see that? She said that she loved me
a little while ago. I think this was earlier this week or last week.
Yes.
And basically made a very cryptic message about something she's been waiting for the last 6 months. It's coming. She's very excited about
it. I know what it is. Do you know what it is?
Well, what do you think it is?
Evolution 2.
You think she's going to come back in
Evolution? They'll make their returns in Evolution 2, the old women's pay-per-view that Stephanie's been pushing for the last 4 months to do another one. What better way for those girls to debut, and Tessa Blanchard, if she wants to, is to debut back on major pay-per-view on a woman-led show. Yeah. And here's the deal with that. That is in direct conflict with the WoW show that's on TV now, being an all-women's thing. WWE right now could pull the trigger, make one of their weekly shows all about the women's superstars and be able to get away with it due to as extensive and deep as the women's bracket is. Yeah. When you come to NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, they have the Level Up show right now. Take that, make it a women's show. Yeah. Seriously. It could hold. These women are the most talented on the mic, in the ring, than anyone in the world.
Period.
So you have tag titles and a singles title. Yeah. Make a show out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Make Evolution pay-per-view once a year.
Yeah.
And do it the old school way of TV build specials like Clash of the Champions, shit like that for your pay-per-view shows or your special shows on the network, and make their Evolution pay-per-view the weekend of WrestleMania along with NXT's biggest pay-per-view and WrestleMania. Yeah. Have NXT lead into night 1, Evolution lead into night 2.
I would very much like them to continue to explore their relationships with other wrestling companies.
I think
really
they're going to
do something big for the women. Remember, because when the NWA did their all-women's pay-per-view in tandem with Impact and a little bit of AEW, but Tony Khan just didn't want to fund it again because he paid for it almost entirely himself with his own talent. And so there's a little bit of discourse over in the NWA over that. But wouldn't it be special if the WWE was like, we'll showcase all the best women's wrestling we can to pad our, to make us look good.
I'm glad that you said that because what was talked about is Billy Corgan in an interview with the Chicago Tribune just this past week and said that he believed that the NWA ran under him would be a good proving ground for the WWE as a territory.
I agree completely.
This is Billy Corgan stepping out and going, "Hey, Triple H,
turn me into your next belt."
NWA still has draw power. It's still a name in professional wrestling. Make it your underlink show and make our guys be your breeding ground to go to NXT, then go to the show.
Make it your legitimate training. Your legitimate training school.
NWA can take certain roster members, take them on the road for these shows, for progress shows, and just build them, and then send them to NXT. Be like, here's all the footage of what these guys have done for a year.
Basically, use the NWA as its new OVW.
It's a proving ground. Yeah, 100%.
Great idea.
It would be a fantastic idea. And here's the deal: Billy Corgan's willing to play ball. Yeah, Jarrett fucked him. Dixie Carter fucked him.
I don't think Jarrett.
They fucked him together with Karen watching.
Oh.
And shit! I almost forgot. I heard something. Jonathan Gresham, he's still short. Anyway, and his girlfriend's still a trash bag hoe. I said it. I fucking said it.
I know.
Hey, you know where you can write me? Pro Wrestling Throwdown at gmail.com. Send me all your hate. Or your love, for that matter.
Send us your hate. Send it.
Anyway, I have to get it done there. It's not just a gimmick. It's the way a lot of the things I say on this podcast are for joke effect.
Except that.
Except for that one, I'm really passionate about.
That one he means with his whole chest.
I do.
And he's got a lot of chest.
I got a lot. I'll say it with my chest. Turn his muffin cap back blue.
Speaking, excuse me, guys, of the all-women show, it's incredible that we got there. PWI, you're going to have to take this. I got it.
Yeah. Where are we at next?
PWI 150. Excuse me. I'll be back one second.
All right. Johnny hit us with the graphic. We had the PWI 150 take place just here, the last month.
Yeah.
And there's a big debate on the top five list of who they put as the top 5 women in professional wrestling in the world.
Yeah.
Hello, Maximus. This is a very rare occasion that you get to see Maximus's face. And he is truly a Randy Orton fan.
I'll be right back.
I am.
You can't find this on our store, but you can find other things like this on our store. Just go and look and mingle. It's really fun. Anyway, they did the top 150 women in the world, and they added a lot of names into the top 5 that just don't seem like they should be there. Jade Cargill. Now, while she is undefeated as the TBS Women's Champion for quite a while now, I don't have the exact number, but she's basically what they're doing with her. For you, those of you who don't know, and for you who I'm not real up on it, Jade Cargill is basically being built like Goldberg. She doesn't lose. She hasn't lost a match since she's been back, and she beats people in less than 5 minutes. They put her, I believe, at number 5. In the top 150 women in the world. The only problem with that is that Jade Cargill has been wrestling for less than a year. So, she was above many women's wrestlers like Charlotte Flair, like Becky Lynch, like Bayley. She was ahead of all these people. I don't see how that makes sense. That's my personal opinion. I'm not what you would call a Jade Cargill fan. I've seen it done with Goldberg in the 90s. It worked then. It's not going to work now. But I don't believe she should have been in the top of the list above Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Becky Lynch.
You're talking about Fury?
Huh?
No.
I'm talking about Jade Cargill.
Oh, okay.
For someone who, while she is undefeated, and I get that,
she's damn good too.
And she's really good, but she's only been in the business for a cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, but that's sort of like we talked about before. They're giving her the Lex Luger treatment.
But to even as much as Charlotte has done, I
don't disagree with that.
You definitely don't put Jordana Grace either that way.
Did we talk about? I've got.
You have the 5.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
We'll pull up the list of the top 10 if you can find it. And we'll cut them down as we go, because that's what we do.
Here we go.
All right.
So the top 5 from the bottom up. We have number 5, Jade Cargill.
Number 5.
Number 4, Becky Lynch.
Oh, so Becky was above it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Number 3, Thunder Rosa. Hard to argue.
Hard to argue that one.
Number 2, Bianca Belair. Hard to argue. Number 1 is Fury, who is the Stardom Wrestling Champion. And look, I will be honest, I don't watch Stardom, so I have no idea if she's the best women's wrestler in the world. She might be. It seems a little weird to me that well, not weird, because we all know Dave's.
Well, it seems weird to me that Britt Baker's not in the top 5. Charlotte Flair's not in the top 5.
Yeah. Britt Baker's not even in the top 10.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane to me.
That's insane to me.
I don't know who's
do you have the rest of the 10?
Yeah. Taya Valkyrie's number 10.
Makes sense.
Starlight Kid's number 9. Charlotte Flair's number 8. Saya Kamatani from Stardom is number 7. Jordan Grace number 6. Jade 5. Becky 4.
Who did you say was number 1?
Sayuri.
I have no idea who that is.
Well, you know what? We're just going to have to take a look and study and educate ourselves.
Right.
And maybe she is the best
one. Not that one, Johnny. It would be a scrawny one.
That one. Better hurry. We're going to lose power. Yeah. Going to lose power. All right. So that's the PWI Top 150.
That's right.
While Big Bad John is over here trying to fix this power cord, be prepared. We're going to throw you guys a couple of questions at the end of the show. So be thinking about something you might want to know, something you might be interested in knowing, something we can talk about for you. Don't forget to peek the socials. We're not going to go through the whole rigmarole because Johnny's busy right now. But yeah, check us out: Facebook, Twitter, email, TikTok, store. Check out the store. Do all that.
Also, you can write us about anything you want to see on the show.
Yeah, for real.
Also, join us on Pro Wrestling Throwdown, the Facebook group.
We do have a Facebook
group. There is a group page. Go on there.
We're admins and moderators, and we have all kinds of fun.
There's all kinds of stuff on there. Questions are asked all the time. Opinions are taken. And if you leave a question on there or the Facebook page, we're going to be able to answer it not only in real life on the show, but we'll be able to do it live on the show rather than just Facebook.
Yeah.
You'll ask us questions. We'll take them into consideration, draw them out, boom, throw them up for you.
Yes, check it out. All right, let's talk about our last... Well, this is our last slide for our part of the show for a minute.
Who is that master?
That's Double J Jeff Jarrett. JEFF JARRETT. Signed with AEW as a producer and road agent, and the guy who showed up to knock the shit out of Darby Allin with a guitar.
It's great. Why not?
I'm very pro Jeff Jarrett.
He also now was given a position as well in AEW.
Yeah, he's got an actual title. And he was the executive vice president of live events at WWE.
I think it's talent coordination, talent coordinator or something like that in AEW.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. More Jeff Jarrett, cool.
Yep. Jeff Jarrett's a brilliant mind. He comes from a wrestling.
He's been everywhere this year.
He's been everywhere, man.
He really has.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that concludes our part of this show, which means it's time to turn it over to our fearless leader.
The madman you've seen earlier from the Sudan.
All right, here we go. Max, it's time for birthdays.
It's bullshit.
Max.
All right.
Take it away.
Before we get into birthdays, it is time to acknowledge our tribal chief and head of the table. Right. Universal Champion for 798 days today.
Damn.
The Usos are 476 days of the Tag Team Champions. The mark to beat is 483 days. If they can retain the Tag Team titles through next Monday, they will beat the
longest.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. What's standing in their way is Friday night on SmackDown, the New Day. Are challenging. These are the guys who own the record right now.
Yes.
Could we see a Big E return early?
No, I think you say Big E for a big event. I don't think you hot shot a rating with Big E because his return's going to be special.
And a Rumble would be.
And a Rumble would be something special to bring back on.
Oh, they also announced before we get into the rest of your birthdays, Max, Randy Orton. They announced what was going to take place with Orton before he went out with injury.
Yeah.
He was going to come back at SummerSlam, wrestle Roman Reigns, and then immediately turn on Matt Riddle, and that was the plan that they were going to do going forward, and then injuries and everything took place. So that's where they were going to go with that. It was going to go Orton immediately turning on Matt.
Oh, damn.
Lastly, I want to point out that our tribal chief has not been pinned since December 15th, 2019.
That's insane.
That's sick. My man is sick.
Came back at SummerSlam in 2019, and he's been world champ pretty much ever since.
Yep, basically.
That's impressive. He's either, I think he's coming up on, not Thez, goddammit.
Bruno.
He's coming up on Bruno's second one.
Yeah.
Because Bruno's second record's only 700 something. His first record, I think, is like 1,400 days.
Well, if not, he's about to pass it because he's only got 2 more days to 800.
He may have already passed it. We'll have to do some research.
They mentioned on Crown Jewel, Michael Cole said there was only 4 people to ever hold the title longer.
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Lou Thesz and Pedro Morales.
Yep.
They're the 4 that Roman has to top will be number 1. But here's the deal, gentlemen. It's never going to happen because Bruno's longest run was 12 years.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
It's never going to happen. All right.
No one's going to touch this reign ever again. It's never going to be broken.
Nope. It's going to go down in history as the longest reigning WWE. And certainly, if you consider more active.
Well, and if you think about the tag teams, Demolition was the 3rd highest, longest reigning.
Yeah, and
that was in the 80s. They set that in the 80s.
Yeah, and they hit that. I think that was just barely.
But when
200
you think
days.
about it, the New Age Outlaws didn't touch that record.
The Dudley Boys didn't touch that.
The Hardy
record.
Boys didn't touch that record.
The Brothers of Destruction.
Like,
the 2-Man Power Trip. The Rock and Sock Connection.
It's impressive.
Yeah,
it really is. Roman gets all the talk, but to be completely honest with you, the Usos, in my opinion, are more impressive.
Yeah, I agree.
They're standard because look at the tag teams they beat.
Mm-hmm.
The best tag teams in the world have fell to the Usos at one point or another.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a damn good match.
Anyways, let's acknowledge our tribal chief one more time.
Acknowledge.
All right, Max.
All right,
Take her
let's
away.
keep it Uzi and move on to birthdays.
Let's keep it Uzi.
Keep it in Uzi.
Okay, but Uzi once.
Oh, boy.
All right, starting out with wrestling birthdays.
About to fuck Luke
We
tail.
have Kirajo, am I going to say this wrong on purpose? Mushroom Madi.
I have no idea who that is.
Neither do I. I can't say.
No, her name is Hiroyu Matsumoto. She is 37.
I don't know what's Matsumoto.
I was assuming you would know who she is.
All right, Max. High five.
I was assuming you know who she is, but
I'm going to guess she's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Curly hair.
Yeah.
Kind of colorful.
Well, guess her age anyway.
37.
Well, this is hard because, she could be 14. I don't know.
What's funny is she's 37 fucking years old. I thought that was your guess.
No, that's what that was my guess.
No, I thought that 14 was his guess.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. The guess would have been like 34.
Well, you're
wrong. Still wrong. Give me my point. Prick.
Taylor gets a point.
I should have just said the same age. Then he wouldn't have got shit. Kind of like our, points from pay-per-view last night.
Yeah. Don't fucking remind me. I've been on a hot streak.
Johnny got only broken. He stepped in your house.
Yeah.
He sat in your chair.
Yeah.
He ate your steak
Ate
dinner.
my
He slept with
dinner.
your wife. That's what happened. And you paid for it.
Johnny, move to the next slide, please.
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis.
Former reigning NWA World Champion, one of the greatest NWA World Champions of our generation.
And he's with Mickey James, which makes him my hero.
Yeah. These actually are today, by the way.
These are today.
Happy birthday, Magnus.
Happy birthday, Mr. Mickey James.
I'm going to say 42.
44.
How about 36?
Nick Aldis is only 36 years
No
old.
younger than me?
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
There's
I
no
have to
way he's
see
younger
this.
than me. That's crazy.
I have to see this for myself.
If so, I'm feeling real bad about myself. Tell me he's wrong.
He turned 36 years old today.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
What in the world? That means when he was fucking Magnus,
What, 18,
11?
19 years
Yeah,
old?
he would have had to have started early on. And
Wow, that's insane. He's
19
a hell
or
of a
20.
wrestler.
That's crazy.
Hell of a wrestler. Well, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, pal.
And you continue to do everything Lucy with Mickey James.
Just keep it real, Lucy.
On the
Lucy,
second,
Lucy.
Keep it real.
we will remember the great King Kong of Bundy.
5!
1954 to 2019.
One of the top heels in the business, baby.
King Kong Bundy was
The attraction before Andre.
he was the attraction with Hogan at WrestleMania 2 inside the cage in Chicago.
Yep, one of the top heels in the business. One of the
Or
most
Los Angeles. Sorry, it was in Los Angeles. His part was.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the deal. He's part of the $1 Million Corporation. He's one of the members to fall to The Undertaker during the streak. King Kong Bundy was in movies, television.
You know, I'm just realizing.
He was part of Kevin Sullivan's group for a while.
You mentioned television. Had he been alive today, he would be a perfect kingpin.
Yes.
Yes, 1,000%.
Also, what a lot of people don't know is he has a story where he has a vendetta against Vince McMahon. That's why he never comes back. When he did come back, he come back for a shit ton of money.
Because when all the King's men put him back together, they forgot a piece.
Vince McMahon offered him the opportunity to take the title off of Hulk Hogan, which was what got him to come back in the early '90s, and then pulled it off the table. Vince McMahon promised that man that he was world champion and never went through with it.
What a punk bitch!
You know why? Because he was afraid that the belt extenders would cut into his woman fund.
You're not wrong. Fuck him.
And that's a legit story. I heard that on a shoot interview.
Yeah, not the woman part.
Not the woman part. But the fact that man was promised a championship and come in and do the job for Hogan and then was shit on.
Yeah, that sucks.
That was the last he wrestled in
the WWE. All right, what do we got next?
96, I think.
Keith Lee, bask in his glory. Keith Lee's 39 years old.
Is that not the right one?
We leave out Ted DiBiase?
Nope.
No, Ted DiBiase.
Well, let's do Keith Lee, and then we'll see what the next photo is.
It's supposed to be on,
we might not have sent through.
Well, wait, Keith Lee.
All right.
Keith Lee's 39 years old.
Keith Lee is 38 years old.
Keith Lee will be 38 years old.
Got it.
Yeah, I did. That's a point for me. You marked down 2 because he wasn't paying attention.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Now I'm curious who's going to show up next.
Chris Jericho.
No, it's Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
Well, hang on a second before we get into Chris Jericho.
Hello, Bethany. It's okay, darling. Look, it's nice to see you at Rocky Horror.
We had a couple get out of order. We were supposed to have also on the 8th with Keith Lee. We were supposed to have Ted DiBiase Jr.
Oh, Junior? He'd be 44?
45.
Overshot both of them. He will be 40 years old.
Oh, wow.
So no point on that one. We also had Kawasaki Okada.
Kazuchika Okada. You idiot. The #1 wrestler on the fucking planet, Kazuchika Okada, by the by. And he's, I want to say, 35 this year.
I'm going to say he's 36.
Oh, he's 35 years old.
35, I knew it.
Nice.
Yes, those 2 pictures were set as
That's okay.
different things. I didn't catch that they weren't
They just
JPEGs.
say when they're right. It's okay. Not a big deal.
We have the info and the points, so it doesn't matter.
Okada's the longest reigning
Now-
WGP World Champion ever. Blah, blah, blah.
Ever, blah, blah.
Now let's
That's
talk
what-
about Y2J Chris Jericho on
sure.
the 9th.
All right, Chris Jericho. Here we go.
52 years old.
Former WCW World Champion, former WWE World Champion, former Universal Champion. No, he wasn't ever
First undisputed.
First undisputed champion. Former AEW World
Do
Champion.
you remember that time he broke the walls down?
Current reigning and defending Ring of Honor World Champion. He's like a 13-time Intercontinental Champion, multiple-time Tag Team Champion,
Cruiserweight champion.
Cruiserweight Champion. The dude's done it all, seen it all, been there, done that.
Longest reign in Royal Rumble. At
Fucking
one point.
ridiculous. Did he ever win a Royal Rumble?
No,
he's
but
not.
he's been one of the longest reigns every time he's got the longest cumulative time.
Yeah.
Or cumulative time in
So absolutely one of the best in the business, and I'm gonna say 52 years old.
I'm gonna say what I said. I said 52.
Oh, then I'll say 53.
About 52 years old.
Yeah. I knew he was over 50.
Yeah.
All right, so point to me. Where are we at right now, Max?
Right now we're at 2-2
Sweet.
with
Keep it
2
tight.
wrestling
Keep it in.
birthdays left.
See this.
All right, here we got
Maybe if they're on here. Yes, Pete Dunne.
the
Butch.
Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne,
Shares his
aka
birthday with
Butch.
Chris Jericho on the 9th.
37 years old.
35 years old.
Now, Pete Dunne will be 29 years old.
That makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. I don't know why we
I didn't think about it.
we covered that when he wrestled
Tyler
Tyler
Bate,
Bates.
who was the youngest.
He was 19.
Technically, he's the youngest world champion, period.
Yes.
Let's see, what's our last one on the 12th, Johnny?
Fuck Disco Inferno.
Disco.
I fucking
Yeah,
hate Disco
yeah,
Inferno.
yeah. Done on the right side.
Glenn Gilberti, go fuck yourself. You fucking douchebag. You right-wing conspiracy theorist fucking nuts.
On top of all
Who
that, he
never-
was
He's probably a flat
Who
earther.
never drew a dime in the business ever and has the audacity to get on the Twitter webs and tell other people how they should be making their money when the only reason you had a job is because you made Bischoff laugh. You fuck.
Does
Also,
the
he's
disco
telling
ball
the
work the same on a flat
That's also
Earth?
true. Fuck Flat Earth. Fuck them too. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck. Disco Inferno. No one gives a shit. Years old. Not dead yet. Years old.
51.
Irrelevant. Years old. 52.
55.
Okay.
You just want a point for Disco Inferno.
I hate myself, but it was worth the journey. That's my point. Keep your hands on my point. Part two, my killer's being started over your ass. New York City got
We
that.
could have split that point. We could each got a point.
So that makes it 3-2. Going into celebrity birthdays,
All right.
I think we got about
Celebrity.
13 of them.
How many? 13?
Yeah, about 13 of them.
Strap in.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
Yeah, starting with the lovely
Scarlett
Emma
Johansson.
Stone.
Emma Stone.
I know who it is.
Show some respect.
I'm madly in love with Emma Stone.
I know me.
Emma Stone is 33 years old.
Emma Stone is 35.
Emma Stone will be 34 today.
34 today, so I win. I'll go for it.
You know what?
What's that?
Fuck you.
No, I'm sorry.
And that's good.
Fuck
Also
fuck
today-
you, David Tennant, fucking frick.
Miss Sally Fields.
Arguably one of the greatest
Mothers of all time.
actresses of all
One
time.
of the most beautiful women of all time,
Yeah.
too.
There was a very heated debate between a friend of mine many years ago as to whether or not it's him or Meryl Streep that's the greatest actress who's ever lived.
Her, Meryl Streep.
Yeah, it's a hard argument. I'm going to say Aunt May is 65.
I'm going to say a little older. I'm going to say 68.
Well, first of all, Aunt May died.
Which Aunt
And
May?
second of all,
Oh.
Sally Fields is 76 years
I
old.
got that one.
6 years
today.
young.
Got that one.
Good for her.
Luke point.
There's Luke's point.
Luke point.
Right. And I'm not going to say all those hateful things about my point. I'm going to say that she's a lovely woman.
Well,
And
she is a lovely one.
she needed me to help
Let
her.
go,
You
Bernie,
know,
and suck my crank.
she needed me to help her, up the stairs or in the house or,
You can fillet me and a goat.
or into the bedroom. I'd be more than happy
We're
to.
not the
Look
same
at my
topic.
All
face.
right, we got a bunch to get through here, guys.
I was about to go into a flying nun.
On the 7th, we have the hilarious Adam Devine.
Oh, that kid from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
He's got his own spinoff coming out.
He's got his own show right now called Jexy.
He's
about
also in
throwing-
a hilarious movie called Game Over, Man.
He's got a Pitch Perfect spinoff series that's going to come out. I think it's Hulu, where he goes to. He's super huge in Germany and is going tour there.
That's cool.
As in, like, he's really famous, or he's just, like, gains a lot of weight and he's super big.
No, he's really famous.
We
We
don't
didn't
know
do the
yet.
giant.
We
trip.
don't know yet. It hasn't had the trailer drop.
37 years old.
36.
39 years old.
Older than I thought he was.
Right, yeah, he's up there. Boomer from Pitch Perfect.
It's a 5-3.
TMJF
TMJ.
and Pitch Perfect.
On the 8th, we have Miss Parker Posey.
Parker Posey. Fucking lunatic.
What do you remember her first, Luke? What do you think of first?
I always think Blake Trainer. Always think Blake Trainer when it comes
Oh, way before that, Caleb.
to okay.
She's in Dazed and Confused.
Oh, she isn't Daisy.
She is a Daisy.
Yeah.
Puts some more date
Whatever.
on
The
it. Puts more
most-
date on
She's
it.
in a lot of good movies. She has a lot of great roles.
Yeah.
A lot of great roles.
You know what's crazy? It's because she looks so much like Chelsea Handler. that
I think she
sometimes,
look.
like,
I think she looks a lot like Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
That's
See that.
who it is.
See that.
I never could figure it
Yeah.
out until just now.
Yeah, I think she looks a lot like Kristen Bell.
Parker Posey's 50 years old.
Parker Posey, 48 years old.
Parker Posey will be 54 years old.
Feel that? That's me fucking on you.
Try to fuck on
There's
me.
that referee trying to fuck on me.
Also on the 8th, we have Miss Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah, she is.
Bonnie Raitt.
I grew up
74.
listening to Bonnie Raitt.
74.
Yeah, 70. Just to shoot a little lower.
No, Bonnie Raitt will be 73.
Oh!
You got it.
Oh!
Technicality.
Oh! Look at me go! Oh! Fucking dinosaur walking over here. Now dinosaur walking over here. Oh!
Damn, it's 73.
Keep fucking around, you're gonna be extinct like
73.
I'm back at
But
lunch.
you do have time to catch up.
I do have time to catch that. See? You motherfucker talking about all being over and shit. Fuck
I didn't say it was over.
You and your Matt Smith glasses.
Oh,
There you go.
on the
Luther
9th,
Rigno.
we have. That's right. That's right.
The real Hulk.
Yes.
You know, he's been in every Hulk movie He's had a cameo.
Or a voice.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'll move for legal.
76. Gotta be up there.
70.
How about 71? It's the it's a special Hulk blood. It helps him.
Hey, what's that? What's the current score now? If you add that other point for me, just curious.
3-2. 3. 8 to 3.
8 to 3. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know what?
Fucking on.
You know what?
What's that? All right, hit it,
I'm
Max.
sorry, I didn't need to get any of that chomp of beard oil on you.
It's made with real bird.
Alright, still got a few more on the
Smells
10th.
like dirty potato.
Grease. Made with greased pelicans and taco shells.
On the 10th, we'll have the hilarious Tracy Morgan. Get it together, Luke.
That's terrible. You should shame yourself.
Greased pelicans and taco shells, yeah?
Terrible.
John,
Tracy
will
Morgan.
You ever greased a pelican? Sure.
What?
It's hard. It's hard work.
I just be greasing my pelican all the time.
Keeping it easy.
Just keeping it real loose.
All
right.
Tracy
Tracy Morgan is
Tracy Morgan.
63 years old.
I fucking hate you. 64. I don't know.
Tracy Morgan will be 54.
Oh, damn.
years old.
10 years off.
No points. How about
Sold.
another great
Sinbad.
Is that Sinbad? What's up, Shazam?
It wasn't Shazam.
If you didn't know, he used to work security for the first kid.
He did.
He did. He did.
Yeah. He was also a house guest that no one wanted.
Yeah.
He also
That's
had an affinity for a certain toy at Christmas time.
Top, Turtle Man. I love Sinbad. Yeah.
I love the show Sinbad. I love everything about
I
Sinbad.
love Jingle All the Way. I was just talking about
Yes.
that with somebody else.
Yeah.
Top, Turtle Man. My brother.
62.
Oh, 63. He's got to be over
Sinbad is 66 years old.
Ooh. I knew he was up there. Ooh. You know, somebody actually thought he was dead for 3 years.
I don't doubt it. He looks it.
He had moved out of the country and shit. When he found out about it,
He looks like old Shaq.
You know how he found out?
Oh.
His sales on Amazon for his DVDs and shit started to spike, and when he went on to find out why they were spiking, it said he had died.
Damn.
He's like, motherfucker, I ain't dead yet.
Keep buying them, though.
Keep buying the money. Yeah. Pay for my another tour and
Right.
right. pants.
You pretty much run away with this one. Luke's got to get basically all of these
Good.
to even tie
He
you.
might. He might. Let's go for it.
Well, let's go for it anyway. On the
Fuck
11th,
you. I get all concerned and shit. Fuck you.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's the face. That's the face you just made. That one of him. That meme where he's like, that's you. Leonardo DiCaprio is 45 years old.
Oh, 46. He's in his 50s already.
Leo will be 48 years old.
Oh, damn. I was still right. No, Jingle All the Way is not my favorite Christmas movie, but it is one of my favorites.
It's not a
Die
Christmas
Hard is
movie.
his favorite Christmas movie.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Jingle
Die
All
Hard is a Christmas
Do not
movie.
fuck
Die
with
Hard
us.
is a
Hold
Christmas
on.
movie. Die Hard is a-
Jingle All the Way is not a Christmas movie. Jingle All the Way is a Thanksgiving movie.
Bullshit.
You're right.
Yes, it takes place.
It takes place during the Thanksgiving, Macy's Day
I am not.
parade.
Look, I didn't come here for this, all right?
Here's the
I'll
deal.
come here
The
just
same reason that you fight for Die Hard not to be a Christmas movie is the same reason why that is a Christmas movie. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. Jingle All the Way is about a Christmas toy. Die Hard.
That has bought Macy's Thanksgiving.
Die Hard is a heist movie that has nothing to do with Christmas.
It's on
Thanksgiving.
Christmas Eve. He sends a Santa Claus down an elevator and it explodes. Like, come on.
Top, Turtle Man.
That's it.
Anyway,
I hate this shit.
Put
Stop.
it down.
alright, let's move on. Also on the 11th.
Argument. Jingle All the Way has a reindeer in it. Die Hard doesn't have a reindeer in it.
Harold and Kumar has a reindeer.
But
in it.
Harold Kumar's a fucking Christmas.
That's not a Christmas movie. It wasn't done on Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. You son of a bitch. I've had enough. I'll turn this car around and Jack smack both y'all. Now you're ruining my Uzi. Quiet. Sorry, I had to bring out my dad's voice in front of everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Christmas Vacation. That's a Christmas movie.
Christmas
Yes.
all the way.
It's not like it takes place at the Macy's. Thanksgiving Day Parade. I hope you laugh and choke on your spit. Fuck you. Who's the next name on the thing? I'm tired of sitting next to him.
Oh my god.
I wonder why I smoke.
Also on the 11th. Wait. Stanley, I can't speak.
By Caleb's logic, The Hunger Games is a Christmas movie. Does it come to theaters on Christmas?
That's not true at all.
More for a Christmas movie than Jingle All the Way.
Oh, don't you fucking start.
Thanksgiving Day.
Take your Die Hard.
Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Fuck Die Hard. Fuck David. Fuck David Tennant.
You shut your fucking mouth. See what happens when you fucking
Oh, shut up. All right, who do we got here?
Stanley
guys.
Tucci.
Stanley Tucci.
Okay, who's the other two guys?
It's Stanley
That's all
Tucci with
him.
big hair and Stanley Tucci with the fat wig.
So unleaded and E85. Gotcha.
And
He's fantastic actor.
Yeah, he
And
is.
then a bajillion different things. I think I actually like him most though. The Devil Wears Prada.
here's what's really funny about that. Stanley Tucci's not a gay man.
No.
I know.
He's a straight married man, but he plays more gay parts than he plays straight parts because he's such a
And
good
no
actor.
one complains
Yeah.
about it.
Graham
He's
Norton
really-
was
he's really
supposed to get that part from The Devil Wears Prada. And when Tucci auditioned, they called Graham Norton and were like, just kidding. We're going with Stanley Tucci. Fun fact.
That's great.
I love him in when he was the eccentric billionaire in Transformers.
Yeah.
The fourth one. That was
Yeah.
really good. He was great in the Hunger Games, obviously.
Yeah.
He's great in everything.
Oh, yeah. Burlesque. Where he, again, plays the gay best friend.
Yep.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
man. Pinpointing an age, though.
66.
I don't know. I'm going to go 67.
How about 62? No point.
We had him in the right 60s, just not the right
Just
side.
yep.
One more on the 11th. The lovely Demi Moore.
More.
She actually just posted a post on Instagram of her in one of the skimpiest bikinis I've ever seen in my life. And let me tell you something. She is just as in shape and just as gorgeous as she's ever been.
yeah.
And she's close to 60.
She's
know she is.
the ex-wife of Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
They got a divorce because Die Hard's not a fucking Christmas movie.
Yeah, and then she got with Ashton because she realized that Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't in a Christmas movie. But Ashton was, and go fuck yourself.
I heard that she was in talks with Jada Pinkett Smith, trying to get information for her sequel to G.I. Jane.
Hey, come here, Max. Come here for a second. Come here for a second.
Ow!
Will Smith just slapped the shit out
Slap shit out of me.
Anyway, how
Demi
old is
Moore.
she?
58.
57.
How about 60? Hey, look, you got another point, but it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, that's kind of like all the points I've gotten this weekend.
It's a runaway train.
Colin's birthday is on next Sunday, November the 13th. Happy birthday,
We'll
Colin.
be sure to wish him a birthday.
One last birthday
Shut up.
on the 12th.
Punch you in the face.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
The
Gosling.
greatest Halloween outfit of all time, the Ken from the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people dressed in that this year. Ryan Gosling, of course. Gonna put me in the movie. Gonna make a big star out of me. Can you feel it? Can you just feel it? Yeah, no, I love Ryan Gosling. We don't know the rights to that song either, so don't fuck with us. I'm gonna say he's more around my age.
Yeah, I would even say older.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Means a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna take.
that you're older.
I'm gonna say 42.
I'm gonna go 43.
Caleb, can you see my paper?
No,
from
sir.
over there?
I am just fucking
Ryan
rooking them
Gosling,
today, baby. Put my
43
name on the
years old.
registry because I'm fucking these kids. Whoa!
We do not sponsor that many,
11 to 4.
What is wrong with you? That's
11 to 4. But you know what? Those points don't mean anything either, so it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Just, I'm not even going to repeat it. What's wrong with you? So he won 11 to 4?
11 to 4.
Good. I'm glad he won.
Great.
Glad
you
it's
are.
over.
I'm sick of you.
All right. Who we got left? What's
Alright,
next?
that was it. That was it for birthdays.
All right,
Okay.
we're
That
done.
was it. That was the last birthday.
My birthday.
Well, I guess then it's time for us to throw.
Well, hold on. Well, he's got the bullshit segment.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, good.
Bullshit.
Look.
Oh,
there's
good.
no bullshit.
More bullshit.
And we're going to start it out. Hold on, right there, Johnny, till I tell you. We're going to start it out with a very special
I feel like you're about to
conversation that I thought we all needed to have.
Okay.
I know it's a little late. You know, Halloween's over now. But we need to talk about, hold it right there, Johnny, not yet. We need to talk about Freddy versus Michael.
Okay. So what?
Okay.
Freddy Krueger
All right,
versus Michael
all right.
Myers?
Johnny, now. Oh, I was confused. It's Freddie Mercury and Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. Oh,
One of them definitely come for children in the dreams.
No, it was kind of across my mind that we need great discussion. What did you do?
I said, well, at least we know one of them comes for children in the dreams.
This is why I don't pay attention to that.
Hey, I can say it. What, too soon? Is it too soon? Is it too soon? Is that what it was? Too soon? Too soon, y'all?
I am aghast.
You literally just talking about That was too far for you? Is that where you're That's where your level is, right? You don't go any further than that one, right? But I say Michael Jackson's had some kids, and you got a problem with it. Son of a bitch!
How dare you?
Yeah! How fucking dare you! First you talk about a movie that's obviously done on the basic Thanksgiving Day parade. It's a Christmas movie, and you're mad that I made a Michael Jackson joke about something that did or didn't probably did happen. What's wrong with you? That's what he gets. That's what he gets. Let him suffer.
Oh
That's what
my
he
gosh.
gets. Anyway, what is the parameters of this?
Oh, so
Alright. We're doing is the topic come up, who is the better
What's your nerd hair?
vocalist? Freddie Mercury or Michael Jackson?
better vocalist? Freddie
Yes.
Mercury.
Michael Jackson.
Out of your mouth.
Out of your
Freddie Mercury, though. All day.
He's always hyped up on that Jesus juice.
I don't know about all that.
Sucked the life out of children.
Oh, for
So
fuck's
he
sake.
would live forever and it still didn't work.
All right.
I guess I would have to go to Freddie because he's got that kick-ass mustache.
Freddie Mercury, baby, all day.
Alright, who's the better performer?
Freddie Mercury.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
100% Michael Jackson.
What do you all think out there at home?
Join us on the Facebook Pro Wrestling Throwdown
We'll
group
start a
on
poll.
Facebook. And
I will.
That's
yes,
my
no,
boy, Freddie is God. That's what my son says, and he's smarter than all of us. So
We
you
But he
will-
has
we will
nerd hair.
start a poll
he doesn't
on
have
that. Not a stripper pole. Relax, Caleb.
Sorry.
we're still talking
Sorry,
about
that's
Michael
not me.
Jackson.
It's my father.
Michael Jackson.
Quit it.
All right. I don't have a lot, but I do have just a
I
couple.
could be Agent M.
I do have just a couple of things here. One is just a random silly sign I came across. I thought you might enjoy, Caleb.
House Park Barbecue.
Need no teeth
To
to eat my beef. First off, I want a T-shirt that says this. Matter of fact, House Park Barbecue, if you're watching,
I
we're gonna reach out to you.
will wear your shirt
I have no idea
Every-
where this is.
That's fine. We'll find it.
time
Here's the deal.
we do this show.
We're
If you
giving
said that to
you,
me.
we're giving you right now the right to sponsor one of our episodes.
And it won't cost you anything except
Except a
2
shirt.
t-shirts.
Four
4
t-shirts.
t-shirts. And some Skittles.
And some
And maybe,
pack of tropical fruit bubblicious.
but for real though, we will reach out to them and we're getting those t-shirts.
Yes.
Need no teeth to eat my beef.
That's a great.
I
That's
love it.
great.
I love it. My favorite.
Yeah, I'm glad you like this one because you're probably not gonna like the next one.
I gotta leave you with a little bit of education.
Uh-huh.
Before we get to this, I was asked a question by our executive assistant to ask on the show to get for young wrestlers who want to know. Let's go ahead and pull that picture down just for a second. What are the first steps for a young man who would want to get into the wrestling business the right, safe way?
Well, number one, you're going to want to be in some modicum of shape already just to make sure your body can handle the training. So spend your summer working out, working hard. Hit as close to 200 pounds as you possibly can before you get into a training school. And the next step is to find a reputable training school. You can do that using the internet. You can do that by hitting up other wrestlers and asking them who they would recommend. But make sure they're reputable. Make sure they've got a clean facility that you're going to train in. Make sure you're learning fundamentals and they're teaching you the right way. Because there are so many different shysters out there who will take advantage of people who want to do this. Who aren't qualified.
Also, in the beginning of your training, you want to don't get discouraged.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Nope.
You're not going to go.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
You're not going to go straight from learning into the E. That's not the way it works. It's a career.
Yep.
It's something that you build on over time
Even
and that you never stop
learning.
learning.
Logan Paul that just did all that shit, he'll tell you that it was a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So work hard.
He might not admit it, but it was.
Work hard, prepare your body, and find a reputable school.
Yeah.
The rest is just making sure you go to training.
I promised the Duke that I would ask that on he heard somebody said that they wanted to hear that. So
there you go, Duke. I'm glad I can answer a question.
All right, Maximus, I wanted to get that out of the way before we went to the next one there.
Right.
Before I forgot while it's still on my mind.
Now I felt like it was important to throw out this piece of history. Go ahead, Young.
Oh.
No. Is it not there?
No, hold on.
Did you lose it?
It's another one that's not formatted. Hold on. I'll get this.
Should I close my eyes? Is this supposed to be something that's going to wind me up?
No, the picture's not all that important. I can go on with the story. It's okay. Well, it was a picture of a horse. Is all it was. And the story was about how vacuum cleaners used to be originally horse-drawn. Now, why is this interesting? For the life of me, I can't figure out how the horses hold the pencil.
I knew it. I knew that was just a waste of my fucking time.
I hate you so much right now.
And I had to sit here and subject myself to it.
Right now. So much. Hate you so
You're
much.
despicable.
Don't you love this education I bring you every week?
There it is. On
There
your
we
screen right
go.
now.
There it is.
I feel betrayed, Max. I feel betrayed.
He almost feels like he didn't get that toy that was
Fucking
bought
start
on
with
the
me.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Jingle All the Way is Christmas.
No, it is not.
Jingle All the Way is not a Christmas.
Okay, but Spider-Man's not a Thanksgiving movie.
I tell you what, folks.
Spider-Man
Go to Facebook.
They have Thanksgiving dinner.
Hold on.
They have Thanksgiving dinner.
Hold on. Let's leave it to the audience. Go to facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown.
We're gonna
find our page and our group.
Up.
We'll have a poll. Y'all vote, and we'll go with whatever they vote. Your vote doesn't count, no matter how many fake accounts that you decide to throw on there. I will know.
We'll see about that. That fuck.
I know the difference between the Christmas parade and the Thanksgiving parade. I know the difference between me and you. How tall was your mom?
Well done. All right, y'all. Well, it is coming now to the end of the show.
You're good, Johnny. Take it
out. What does that say?
Breaking news, just chatting, YouTube.
No, that's over here.
Oh, that's Logan or Jordan quoting Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh.
I don't want to die.
He looked that up on Google.
No, he knew that shit. My son's a genius, bro. Come up in here disparaging the boy. You know what I mean?
I would tell him to get his hair cut. Look at my hair.
Thank you, son. For
Spider-Man is a Spider-Man movie, not Thanksgiving movie.
Thank you, son.
Oh, wait.
Sound human individual.
We're going into our questions and everything now, right?
Yes, we are.
Before we get into asking everybody else, I had noticed something about SmackDown hosting something about the World Cup, and I didn't even know that WWE sponsored golf.
SmackDown is putting on the second ever World Cup on SmackDown this Friday night.
Why are they playing golf on SmackDown?
Is that the best in the world tournament?
The World Cup.
Oh God!
Shane McMahon was
it's not golf, Max.
Shane McMahon was the first
excited.
winner of the World Cup over at Crown Jewel by being a replacement for somebody who got hurt. It's a tournament. Now, here's the deal. It's a tournament under the Triple H regime, so it might have something to do with something actually being done with it.
Yeah, hopefully.
We don't know. However, I want to pose the first question while everybody gets their questions.
Oh, and while we're having this discussion, because we're on delay, go ahead and start sending in your 5 questions while we're talking. Please.
My question to everyone here really is, who do you put over in the World Cup tournament right now? Would it be Walter?
Yeah,
He is the Intercontinental Champion.
Love you, son. Good night.
Love you, too. It's a good question.
Shinsuke?
See, I thought Shinsuke, but I think Gunther would be better.
Yeah, Gunther's definitely...
He's the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah. Gunther
He's
or
on
Seth.
a roll. By the way, while we're waiting for questions, I would like to point out that Gunther and Rey Mysterio tore the house down on SmackDown.
There is a lot of stuff going on.
Gunther
on
is
that we
really
will
special.
Try to fit
the other thing we need to talk about is the Sami Zayn promo on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, how he broke the entire bloodline.
Yeah.
Him breaking Jay is hilarious to me.
It's the.
Did you see the video afterwards?
Yeah, when they talk about
Waffle House and Jay's
both,
like, "Word?"
Yeah, they both perk up.
The best part is he's the last one in camera view, and he goes,
yeah.
And off he goes. They had to acknowledge that he was going to go get his waffle.
He's going to be...
Jey Uso, here's the deal. I thought about this the other night. Roman Reigns will lose the title before the tag titles are lost, and Jey Uso is going to be like, you were supposed to be the tribal chief. We've got our belts. Where's yours?
Yeah.
And then that's what's going to lead to Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns in the end. Yeah. It's starting now because they know once The Rock comes in and Roman doesn't beat The Rock, that's when Jey Uso is going to start going tribal chief. No, you're not.
Yeah.
And that's when they're going to disband the blood. It's a shame that they're going to do it that way. That's
I'd like to see him pull the trigger on Sammy.
Actually, the bloodline could turn on Roman Reigns and continue to be the bloodline for the next year.
Yeah, put Solo Sikoa ahead.
Yep.
Pull the Rock
or
with
bring
domination.
Bring what's his face in.
Yeah. How about Rollins and Theory and all their shit?
Oh, that's a good question.
We've got a question.
Here's my question, more of a personal one. Did you guys become friends through the wrestling business, or were you already friends before that? Max and I were already friends before that. Luke and I became friends through wrestling.
Yes.
And Luke and Max became friends through wrestling.
Through wrestling, and me and Johnny become friends through friendship.
Yeah. Close personal friendship.
Close personal friendship.
But yeah, no, we told this one before. I met Max when I was a freshman in high school. I met Luke probably not even a full year later.
2005.
Yeah. Actually, I think I met you first.
April 10th, 2005.
Yeah, because I hadn't started school yet.
April blood showers here in Illinois.
Yeah. How much money do wrestlers make when they first start? In today's landscape, not a fucking dime. Unless you're wrestling for one of the, if you mean like in the WWE, your developmental contracts are a lot smaller than larger contracts. They're the lower, sometimes even 30 to 40,000 mark. Top guys over there make whatever the fuck they make. Between 9 and 10 million a year. Something.
Also, you count royalties, you count action figures, you count TV show appearances, you count.
So yeah, if you're working for one of the big companies, you'll probably make a pretty decent living. If you're working on the indies, you'll make
like you would look at Xavier Woods as a mid carder, but Xavier Woods also has up, down, which means he makes main level money.
Yeah.
Through just the business aspect of what he does.
Yeah.
And Triple H is a huge fan of video games, which is why that deal will probably go through for a while.
I can tell you that there was a period of time where my booking fees, just as an indie wrestler, were pretty up there, and not the multiple hundreds or whatever, but for single appearances, I made pretty decent money.
I used to draw $1,500 a weekend.
So we make money.
It was good money.
Yeah.
That's not counting royalties for my T-shirts or any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Base pay about $1,500. Of course, that was back in the late '90s, early 2000s when not everybody had a wrestling promotion. And not everybody wanted to be promoted.
Yeah. So
sorry about it. That's the rules.
Those were the days.
Well, thank you for your questions, guys. We got one more question to field if you have anything.
Uno mas,
What do you think, Max? Who do you think should go in the World Cup? Who do you think they should put that on? Who do you think would be a good ambassador for the WWE right now that isn't a main level star? Because it's not going to be a main level guy. It's going to be a mid carder because that's how they're going to build on. Corbin
or Ali maybe. They're giving him a little bit of fire. Mustafa.
Maybe. Of course, he's working Seth Rollins right now, so
yeah.
Once Seth Rollins won and started
Seth?
calling himself the best in the world, which I mean, they did just take a shot with Logan Paul at AEW. Why not?
Yeah.
AJ Styles would be good in that kind of situation. Edge would be good in that kind of situation.
They're not Luke Gallows,
Carl Anderson. There's a lot of ways they could go. Of course, it's on SmackDown, so Carl Anderson's a Raw guy, so I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. But it should be interesting to see where we go. Lashley. Have Lashley come in, destroy the entire field.
Yeah.
After his beatdown on Lesnar, have him beat everybody.
Yeah.
You want to build a monster, you build that, and then if you really want a monster fight, you add in Braun Strowman and we get a triple threat.
Well, see, that was going to be the other opinion that I proffered would be Braun.
And why the hell does Omos look like a giant ninja when he comes to the ring? He wears a ninja hood and a vest on his chest that says Omos on it.
They want him to
Is it because he was that tall ninja when they did the...
Yeah, I would imagine so.
When he first came in, he was dressed in a ninja outfit.
One of Akira Tozawa's or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tozawa's minions.
Yeah.
Yep.
The big black ninja, because I remember screaming out, "There's a big black ninja!"
Yep.
I didn't know he was black underneath, but I knew he was a big black ninja.
Yeah.
But he's obviously big. That they don't let go of that gimmick. I don't know why. If you're going to build him as a giant, give him a different...
Yeah. You don't need no ninjas.
For real, you don't need no ninjas.
We
had the Ninja Turtles.
Aren't normally sized ninjas good enough?
Right?
Why do you need to be a giant?
Well, first off, why is there a giant ninja wanting to fight two Vikings and two guys from the New
stealthy? You're a giant ninja. You stealthy if you're 7 feet tall.
Can't teach that.
My dad yawns too loud. My entire house shakes.
That happens. Of course, he's just allowed.
That's true. In a big way. All right, y'all. Well, looks like we're winding down here, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to close out.
Before we do, Caleb, do me a favor. Jump on your phone. And look at the dirt pages.
Okay.
Just to make sure we haven't missed anything while we were filming here that we can't get on the news now. Because usually, folks, I know that you know this if you follow us regularly and are wrestling fans. Wrestling news seems to happen every time we turn off this camera.
WWE is in talks to bring back Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green's on the way back.
McIntyre was sick.
McIntyre was sick. We knew that.
World TV title tournament is set for Wrestle Kingdom 17.
Okay.
Which we'll cover next week.
Yeah, we'll cover that next week.
And Laredo Kid's hurt. That's it.
That's not good.
It's all the same stuff we saw earlier.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we checked beforehand.
Oh, no. Nick Aldis has given his notice to the NWA, and he'll be a free agent in January. That's huge news.
That is huge news. What about Bodum?
Oh, just that he
left. Released him?
Yeah, he got released.
Sad part is they were pushing him on NXT.
Yeah.
They're pushing him on NXT, and then all of a sudden he's just gone.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. I hate it, folks, but here it could have been Vince McMahon letting go 30 people. They only let go 5. I think that's progress.
I agree.
I really do.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure to find us over at Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTV. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check out the merch store, streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, where you can access all of our merchandise. We're so happy to be back. Thank you for sticking with us for almost 2 hours.
We'll be here again
next Sunday, 7:15, same bat time, same bat channel. And from us to you, as always,
keep
it in the ring.